Hello there, my name is Marcos Montenegro and welcome back to another Data in the Wild episode hosted by Data Meaning. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel below and click the bell to turn on notifications to be the first to know every time we upload a new video. Let's begin with server. So with this new release for server, we'll right now have a great improvement of the schedule forecast. So if you already use the schedule forecast from the last releases we have, in this new release, Alteryx said they improved in 98% of velocity on this in this resource we have. So it will be much better to use this tool right now and don't have more the problems with many schedules at the same time. Regarding interface perspective, right now you have some more improvements as well. And one of that improvements is when you want to rename some workflow, you don't need anymore to go to your Alteryx designer and change the name and upload again to the server. No, right now you can go inside of the admin view and go to the workflow details, change the name right there. You don't need anymore to do that upload again. You can do directly from the Alteryx server. You also have one improvement on the way to use the table view for collections, so it will be easier to use that option in gallery. As always, Alteryx try to fix as many bugs they can for the release, so you're gonna see the entire list with the bugs fixed on the node release we have on the Alteryx site on the help documentation. I point to use some bugs they fixed in this release, and the first one I will tell you will be the one when if you have the option to users don't registered on the gallery can run public workflows. Sometimes when that is configured, users can't be authenticated by SAML. So that bug was fixed on this release. Other bug fixed right now in this release was the one where when you try to use an equal symbol on the name of one workflow and go to the gallery with that, sometimes that don't work and present to you an unknown error on the gallery. So that was one of the fixed bugs for Alteryx server right now as well. One more bug fixed was the issue some people had trying to add new people to credentials or data connections. That's a really bad issue and they fixed it right now. You don't need to worry anymore with that. And the last bug I will point to you here right now is when you use quotation marks or very long SMTP passwords that sometimes crash the service. So they look at that issue and fix it for this new release. Now talking about Alteryx Designer, Alteryx brings to us some new resources to use. So the first thing I will point to you right now is the compare workflows. Right now you have a way to compare two workflows to see the changes between them. So you're gonna be able to see all the changes you have between versions. So if you have one version of a workflow and another version and you want to see what changes between them, this tool will be the perfect one for you. The second resource they bring to us on this new release is the recommended tools. That is a way to help you to select the next tools you're gonna use inside the workflow. So that will gonna be a new tab you're gonna have in the up part of your screen. There you will be placed to you the probably tools you're gonna use after the last tool you have on the workflow. So for example, if you have a select tool in the workflow as your last tool, there will appear to you some tools normal to be used after a select tool, like for example, gonna appear there, summarize, and then you can get the summarize from there and place on your workflow instead to go to the transform tab to take this tool. It will be already in this recommended tab to you. And another cool stuff they bring to us on this new version is the UI path connector. This UI path connector, you're gonna be able to start RPA instances directly from your Alteryx designer. So you can right now create workflows to call RPA instances. And it will also have the box connector. So you're gonna be able to upload or download files like CSV, Excel files, UXGBs directly to the Box Cloud. Other improvement you're gonna have on this new release is if you already use the Power BI connector, you're gonna have more options right now. So if you want to see all the improvements you're gonna have and all the options you're gonna have right now, take a look on the release notes on helps documentation on Alteryx site. And if you have Intelligence Suite on your Alteryx designer, right now you're gonna have 2 more tools to use for computer vision that will enhance even more your ability to use image in your workflow. And bringing here to you some bugs already fixed on this new release for Alteryx designer. We have the first one here I will point to you is the one where when you try to validate a workflow in Alteryx Gallery, where you have a Python tool inside that was used to cause some issues on the previous version, and right now you don't have this issue anymore. And the second bug they fixed right now on this new release is when you try to open a macro on Alteryx Designer, sometimes that crash your Alteryx Designer. So that's a really annoying issue, but right now they solved it and we don't have more of this bug. A third bug I will point to you, I don't know if you realized that sometimes on the previous version, when you use the browse tool, you don't see all data on the data profiling. So that is sometimes really annoying as well because you don't see the entire data you have, and they fixed this on that new release. Right now you're gonna see all the data you have as you really need to see. And the last one I will talk to you today is a bug, but actually is a bug I like it to have. But anyway, I understand we need to fix that as well. I don't know if you realize it, but in the previous version, when you have one Excel file in your workflow and you use that Excel file as input, even when you run, you can have this Excel file open at the same time. So in the other versions you have in the past, every time when you want to run a workflow with an Excel file and other files as well, you need to have this Excel file closed to you can run the workflow. But in the previous versions, by some reason, they don't need to be closed when you're gonna run the workflow. They fixed that right now, so again, when you try to run the workflow, you need to have the Excel file closed before it can be able to run. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to know when future videos are posted. Thanks for watching!